With technology becoming the forefront of how students in classrooms learn and absorb information, textbooks are rapidly being replaced. Emerging technology has paved the way and is creating a generation of self-driven students who are taking learning into their own hands. However, in science classrooms, students seem to still be learning through traditional textbooks and lab experiments. This prevents students from customizing the way they learn and sheltering the students who work better in groups as well as those who work better alone. Biokin is a digital learning platform that uses augmented reality to review material taught in class, as well as, with the help of kinetic and physical gestures, immerse themselves in the world of play. Today, Kimberly has been assigned to review prokaryotic cells, and then take part with the rest of the class as a ribosome in keeping a cell alive. When she opens the app, she's given the option to review and play. She selects review and has to choose what section to review. Seeing that all of part 1 has been completed, she knows she must start reviewing part 2. Kimberly is then taken to a screen that is utilizing augmented reality to display content over her desk. Having reviewed content before, she knows the gestures associated with these review pages. Swiping across opens a menu for her to select what chapter outline she'd like to review. After selecting prokaryotic cells by holding her finger next to it, a pull-down menu and a prokaryotic cell appear. Kimberly holds her finger to expand the content. She reviews the main points and key terms taken from her teacher's lecture and collapses the window. She is now able to interact with the prokaryotic cell as if she's holding the cell in real life. Once she feels comfortable enough to move on, she goes back to the home page to switch into play mode. She's immediately taken to a screen that is again using augmented reality to display character selections. Using hand swiping gestures, Kimberly swipes until she selects ribosome and gives a thumbs up that she's ready to be taken to the next screen. The camera switches and is now showing what her classmate Robert sees while they're playing. He sees that there is a mission log as well as an overview goal telling him to meet up with the other ribosomal subunit. Once it detects that Kimberly has been found through the ribosome icon floating above her head, a task is marked as completed on the missions log. Now is when the fun begins. Robert knows that the goal of the ribosome is to translate DNA into protein and send it to the mitochondria to keep the cell alive. He sees the DNA helix float in and directs Kimberly to complete the gesture prompted in order to produce protein. After translating the DNA to protein, Kimberly once again uses kinetic and physical gestures to complete the action of sending the protein to mitochondria. This entire time, the rest of their classmates are interacting and playing with all the same goal of keeping the cell alive. The teacher is in front of the classroom and acts as the nucleus, monitoring the vital signs of the cell. After some time, she notices that the protein levels are low and decides to send a notification to Kimberly and Robert, the ribosomes, to speed up their process of protein translation. Unfortunately, it's too late and the cell dies. Students are then all prompted to return to their seats to discuss as a class what went wrong and how can they improve their strategies next time around. All in all, Biokin allows classrooms to come together and not only have the option to review content individually, but also participate in games as a system working together to master the world of biology.